The 15th of September, it's World Ash Ketchum Day, celebrating Ash winning the Alola League. To celebrate this occasion, fuck I'm late, let's figure out what Ash's best team would be. In my opinion, of course. You're allowed to disagree. So, first of all, I'm allowing every single Pokemon that Ash has ever owned, with one exception. Nebby, aka Solgaleo. It's kind of a controversial topic whether to count it as an Ashmon or not, so I won't be today, sorry. So with that being said, the first team member is an obvious one, Pikachu. Does this one even really need explaining? Pikachu has the most experience out of all of Ash's Pokemon, and has countless incredible feats, like defeating multiple legendaries like Silvally, Regice, and Tapu Koko, and defeating other really powerful Pokemon, like Drake's Dragonite, Alon's Metagross, and Tyranitar, and of course making Ash a world champion by beating Leon's Charizard. Next is another Pokemon that you are probably expecting, and it's Greninja. Again, pretty self-explanatory, right? Greninja's bond with Ash is so strong that it even has a special and completely new form, Ash Greninja. Which, is it kind of bullshit that it got a special form? Yes. But is it cool and incredibly strong? Also yes. It's definitely one of Ash's strongest Pokemon ever, and even without the bomb phenomenon, since it's kind of been retconned now, Greninja is still really strong, just in its base form. It defeated Lucario with ease, and is defending Kalos all on its own. Okay, maybe with a bit of help from a little Cell, but... The next team member is Sceptile, a really cool and solid Pokemon, who is unfortunately kind of known for his bad win rate, but is of course also very well known for defeating the infamous Tobias's Latios. Also, I feel like people often forget the battle with Spencer in the Battle Frontier. It was right after he evolved, and it was a really great battle where he learned Solar Beam. Like, people often say that defeating Tobias's Darkrai is his only real cool feat, but besides the Spencer battle, even he also caught like a speed form Deoxys in mid-air, mid-flight, so he's incredibly fast. The next team member is the Fire type, which I'll say now already, this is by far the most controversial choice in the video, due to the endless debate between Charizard and Infernape, and Incineroar to a lesser extent. And for today's team, I am actually picking Infernape. Yeah, I'm sorry Charizard fans, but honestly, I just think Infernape is better. Yes, Charizard defeated an Articuno, I know, but let's be real, that was mostly fan service and plot armor. I'm sorry. Also, Infernape actually only lost one time after evolving, and that was against Flint, who was an Elite Four member, and keep in mind, this was before he mastered his Blaze ability. After he mastered it, he was an unstoppable force. Charizard can't say that. Yes, he beat Articuno, but next time he appeared, he lost to a Dusclops. The fifth team member is Lucario, the Ace of Journeys. It's the only one of Ash's Pokemon who is able to Mega Evolve, and on top of that, also has a very strong aura bond with Ash, and it was trained by none other than Greninja. And of course, how can we forget about he beat Cynthia's iconic Garchomp. Yeah, it wasn't Mega Evolved, but still. Now, before getting into the final team member, there are first a few honorable mentions. I already explained why Charizard isn't here, and Incineroar is a really cool Pokemon, but we've unfortunately never really seen it in a battle in its fully evolved state. But it was really cool to see it finally beat Kukui's Incineroar. I definitely considered Dragonite, but unfortunately it fell down pretty hard near the end of Journey. I also thought of Snorlax, but to be completely honest, I just think Ash has some stronger Pokemon. And the main reason why people consider Snorlax as one of Ash's greatest is the 6 moves that it used. But this was before the anime actually started following the rules of the game, just 4 moves per Pokemon. There were a lot of instances. Do you know how many moves Pikachu used in the early Pokemon? The next honorable mentions are Ash's Naganadel and Melmetal, the 2 legendary, sorta, whatever. And honestly, yes, they're really strong because they're legendaries, but for this team, I mostly wanted to pick Pokemon based on the bond and stories they share with Ash, not just pure power. They've also have, they also have like not much experience battling, so. Alright, the last honorable mention is Lycanroc, who will always have my respect for making National Ash Ketchum Day possible by beating Gladion in the Alola League finals. But in this team, I think the member I actually chose fits better for this group of 6. I'm sorry. And with that finally said, the final team member is Ash's Unova ace, Crocodile. With a very high win rate of 80%, he has some very impressive feats under his belt, like beating Bryson's ace Beartic as a Krokorok, beating Stefan's Liepard and Sock even though he's weak to fighting, and of course the iconic win over Iris' monstrous Dragonite, who has now grown to being one of the strongest Pokemon of a literal champion. So here's the team, definitely a team befitting a world champion, don't you think? Be sure to comment down below what you think of this team, as well as commenting your own team for Ash. With that being said, that's all I have for today, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.